Hello, so I'm back. After a little bit of attacking this with the grinding wheel, I think I've got to a point where I can attach our friendly. Let's just get the soldering iron on. Excuse my horribly dirty keyboard. I keep it here because horribly dirty things happen at this desk. Also, I spilled beer on it once. Anyway, I think this will give us enough to complete our task. What I want to do, I want to shorten this pin slightly. Yes. And then we want to bend this guy like that. That should do it nicely. And we're at temperature. I'm actually just gonna, I don't know if you can see it, I'm just gonna increase our temperature a bit, about 370. So dremels are actually wonderful things for breaking tracks on circuit boards. So if, like me, you make a mistake, that's not the end of the world. Problem is, I need to bridge that gap. I accidentally took off more than intended. And I need to bridge that other gap as well. One of the easier ways to do this is just to grab something with pins. I guess this will do. And just solder it across. Across the little gap. Yep, that looks okay. So that bridges that gap where I took too much off of the dremel. And now we need to bridge our output to our... I can just do this with brute force soldering. Yeah, I think that's going to work. There's a very brute force soldering. It's a solder bridge, but it'll carry sufficient current to be useful. Let's prove it. Over here. Okay, so our output line is this guy, and it comes from here. Let's get the buzzer out for you guys so you can hear it. Oh, why not? Ah. That's better. That was strange. Maybe this meter's finally dying. Helps if you connect it well. So that's our trigger. And then our that seems good. Seems to be have been fixed. I think I'm gonna, for later episodes, I'm gonna actually switch to using a cell phone to record this when I can get a decent one. Simply because it's just gonna be a whole lot more. I'll say a whole lot more. How do you say, reliable in terms of just how this is going to be fun. It's just going to be a whole lot reliable. It's going to allow me to zoom in. The other channel I watch a lot, well, a fair amount anyway, is Big Clive, and I believe he also uses a cell phone, so no shame in it, and not super, you know, gotta figure out a way to do this well. If I get one in, I can actually I just want the LED in, so we can test this shortly. And if I have the LED in, can't come right with this. If I have the LED in, then we'll be able to see that the cutout is working, and we'll be able to set a voltage. There, I got it. I'm not going to move it closer because otherwise it's gonna break. There we go, that's complete. I might adjust the height of that LED later. Okay, so now we have a complete power supply. I'm going to connect VCC using these clips. Set the current limits. Where is my ground? Ground, it could actually be connected anywhere on this. It wouldn't really matter, but for the sake of... Okay, we're in current limiting mode. Yeah, that's 10 volts. Let's go up. Okay, so nothing's getting hot. We probably need to, yes, we probably need to reset this. Easiest way to do it, I believe this is a cooked diode from earlier. Easiest way to do this is I'm just gonna bridge. No? Well, I guess we're going to have to troubleshoot our circuit. But let's just get a permanent ground in. Ooh, yeah, no, this looks right. Let's get a permanent ground in. Well, not permanent, semi-permanent. That's our ground. Oh, let's not burn up this. Let's turn it off. Go to DC voltage and grab our probe. So, where would we get a positive? If I'm not mistaken, this should be positive. Positive voltage? No? Nothing? Nobody? 11 volts? Huh. Pin 8? Nothing. Well, that might explain it then. Probably we're not making any good contact at all. Let's try again. No, nothing. Now there's a voltage. Let's just try and just manually reset. Ah, there we go. It's on. What's our cutout point? About 10.5 again. Let's reset it again. Let's measure a bit more precisely the cutout point. How are we going to do that? We can just stick that in there for now. A little bit lower. 10.57. That's not too bad. I might want to tweak that up a bit. Yeah, but anyway, so there we go. We've built the board. We haven't put in the... in fact, we can do that right now. Let's put in some jumpers. Everybody wants jumpers. Those are not the correct jumpers. Hang on 1 second while I find the right jumpers. I have so many boards floating around and bits and pieces that I cannot remember where I put my jumpers. Well, that's awkward. But this is an option. Not the best option, but will do. So what we can do, we'll need the soldering iron again. And we need the wire cutters. In fact, I'm only going to put one of the jumpers in so far. And I'm hoping this will allow me to cut it. I never thought that through. These long ones don't necessarily cut so easy. Anyway, you can use it like a PC jumper or something later on. Oh, and there's me, and I said these were right. Turns out I was wrong. 1 second while I go and drill. Right, back now. That's still on. Oops, should have turned it off. I'm reminded of Maurice Moss when he leaves his soldering iron on. Did you turn it off? No, I did not turn it off. Just turn it on and walk away. That is a disastrous solder joint. I might need some wick. I could potentially just turn it on its side and tap it, but that runs the risk of, you know, shorting out other bits. Oh, come on. There we go. A little bit of wick. It's just, oh, I think it comes pre-fluxed. This is, of course, always slightly hard to... Well, that's better. One moment while I check that for shorts. No shorts. Perfect. And not much use of the wick. Anyway, so let's run it again from ground and power. And let's just use the jumper. Oh, why? Oh, yes, because I disconnected this guy. That's why the meter's floating all over the place. 4.55, 4.54. There we go. So that's our battery protection circuit. LED should hopefully stick up. This might get a bit of a heat sink, but it's probably completely unnecessary. And what we'll do is we'll get one of, do I have one? I don't have one, but I've got a female one here that'll plug onto there and go to the input through a Schottky diode from the charger. So that ought to cover, well, pretty much everything except the always on circuit, which I'm still thinking about how to do, how to mount, stuff like that. So this should be a relatively short video this week. These videos are all recorded in advance and released once a week in case anyone hasn't figured this out yet. And yeah, they're just me messing around mostly. It may not be as useful as it once was because it looks like ESCOM is running. How long this state of affairs will continue for is another question. But let's not get into politics here. Okay, thanks for watching and have fun, guys. Cheers.